inviting us on your show! It's honestly been my dream ever since I was a little girl to be on Time Out with Tiffany. I had the poster for her on my wall and everything. I just had no idea it was going to be so soon in my career. It's honestly just an honor to be here, wouldn't you say? Oh, right. Sorry. I know it's hard to believe considering how she is on TV, but she's actually kind of shy in real life when the cameras are off, and as you can see now, when the cameras are on. I hope that isn't too much of a problem. If it makes you feel better, I'm sure she's just as excited as me, right? See? What a doll, right? In fact, we're basically so close that we can finish each other's sentences. We're like this. So connected.
Aww.
Well, I suppose it only makes sense since I naturally feel like our characters are just as close in their own way. Even with the narrative distance between them, like literally, metaphorically, morally, so on and so forth. As an actor, I always feel like it's important to draw from life because isn't this somebody's life when you really think about it? Even if that person isn't real, do they not deserve the dignity of having a life lived with as much integrity as can be channeled? Luckily for me, when playing a devious character like Oksana, where 90% of her motivation stemmed from forcing Molly to spend as much time with her as possible, whether she wants to or not, it's something I'd probably want to do anyways. And that makes everything all the easier. Oh, what I'm saying is that one time when we got locked in your dressing room for like 30 minutes when the doorknob fell off. You remember that, of course you remember that. That was method acting, honey bunny. Oh, Tiff, you would not believe the shenanigans on set. I do hate to inconvenience the rest of the production, but she makes it so easy. If I didn't at least play into it a little bit, I wouldn't even feel like I was working a job anymore considering my other tasks. Anyway, bottom line, Tiff, working with a gal like this is a dream come true. And the bond I feel I've formed with her is second to none. And I think you can really see that in our characters within Desecrated Host, and I'm sure little old Ollie Molly would agree. Right? See? I mean, you can most certainly see it in this week's episode. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, but what are you doing if you haven't? It's literally simulcasted on streaming on cable. I literally don't know what you're doing if you haven't seen it. Tiffy, you've seen it, yeah? Right? Malsana's officially canon, bitch! Oh, Malsana. Right. I'm sorry. I forgot that not everybody's in the know like me. And, yeah. Just for the record, I'm in the know. And keep that fanfiction coming, babes, because you called it! Malsana is the relationship name for Molly and I's character on Desecrated Host? I mean, I don't know why everyone automatically assumed that Molly would be the top, but I see what you filthy freaks are saying, and when you know what's up, y'all really know what's up, and when you don't, you really don't. Aren't I right, honey bunny? Well, Tiffy, I have to admit, fan culture on the internet can become oftentimes invasive and possessive as I and my fellow stars are robbed of our privacy and autonomy when we aren't already being scrutinized for how effectively we do or do not function within the public sphere. When I don't have people trying to figure out if I'm secretly bisexual every time I'm seen with a man and in denial about everything I've ever said about myself, they're wondering how I could be seen with a man wearing those kind of shoes. I can't deny that living within a constant panopticon does something to you. Does something to me. Even as nothing more than a B-to-C grade actor on a television show that would not even have a fourth season if not for the will of the streaming gods who have allowed a niche, female-centric show to tread water, if not actively thrive, but I can't even bear to be upset about it because this is more or less what I've always wanted. I had my chance to stay out of the limelight and still do this. Still live the life I've always wanted, even if it was just a tad bit more humbly on a smaller scale than I do now, if it was merely only ever about the craft of acting to me, and that's what I should say, isn't it? That if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. That the work should be its own reward. That wanting to be loved more than you could ever truly need to be is as selfish as the want for finery or fame. I should be the better person. But I wouldn't be here if I was. They called it a panopticon, and all I heard was the guarantee that I would be seen one way or another, whether I knew it or not, and I said bet. Many actors tend to languish in the public sphere, afraid of others, afraid of themselves, but not me. Not me. I am exactly where I need to be. Exactly where I've always wanted to be. So I cry no more. It's really that simple. I am not here to provide the comfort for those who never could be me. That's, oh, it's not really that great. They took everything from me but my soul, and then they stole that from me too. No. No. I am the me who made it, and I am not going to pretend for anyone that this isn't exactly the life I've always wanted. I've made it. And as my reward for making it, I expect to be adored. The speculation isn't a punishment or a trial that comes from the job. It's the ultimate reward of it. To be seen. Now, Tiffy, what were we talking about? I'm afraid I went on a little tangent there, but I think I said what was needed to be said. Oh, right. Well, what I was trying to say is that, and I'm sure my co-star agrees, is that I encourage Malsana's relationship as much as I'm legally able to before I break NDA. But that's a discussion you might want to have in a couple months when the 4 seasons finished airing. I can't say anything else, and I don't know if you want me to. Needless to say, I'm hoping by that point in the season we're getting a little bit more method with our performances, but that's really all I can say here. Oh, look at her blush! Isn't she just adorable? I don't know if I'll be able to wait until filming tomorrow because I could just eat you up! In fact, why wait? Oh, thank you for having us on, Tiff. Really, you are to die for. Wouldn't you agree, honey bunny? Well, come on now. The cameras are off. Got something you're itching to say?